Hey guys, Benjamin here at Some Vlogs. All your faces to yet another unboxing video. That's right, so sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink. Can give you a multiple, have fun, and prepare yourselves for the unboxing of the iPad Air 2024. Of course, like, comment, share down below. Hit that bell notification to keep to everything here on Some Vlogs. Check the links down in the description as usual for TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, SimpsonBlaze, SimpsonBlaze.com, and of course, my Twitch, Simpson_Blaze, so you can catch all the gameplay for Starfield live. Otherwise, just head over to SimpsonBlaze YouTube for the rest of the live streams. And of course, be sure to drop a follow over there or subscribe on the SimpsonBlaze. Well then, without further ado, this is the iPad Air. So guys, this is the iPad Air 2024 in its box, next to the original iPad Air, coincidentally enough, and of course my iPad Mini 5. So this is the original iPad Air, the one that came out way back in October 2013. This is my girlfriend's iPad Air, the old one. This is her new one. We're going to open that up right now. So as usual, on the back we have the strips with the easy way of getting them off. Oop, hit the Lego flowers over there. Right. The great reveal. Oh. And here she is, the iPad Air. Now, we're going to do a quick fin test against the original. So they're next to each other. There's a significant size difference. I didn't actually realize that. I thought they were going to be the same size. But no, there's a significant size interest, and you think about the fact that this doesn't have bezels or a button anymore, you're getting a whole heap more screen real estate than, well, the original one gave you anyway. So together, you can see I'd say it's actually slightly thicker than the original. Just about. It's slightly thicker, just about. So what do you get in the box then? Well, we know you no longer get any plugs, but you do get the whole designed by Apple in California, because obviously it's made in China, but designed in California. You get all the leaflets and stuff. You do get some stickers. Oh, what is this? I've not seen this before. What is this? Oh, it's telling you about Pencil Pro and stuff. Okay. Interesting. And of course you get USB-C to USB-C. Wonderful. This is not a cellular model, so you don't get the usual little thing that pokes into the side. Although actually, I think all iPads are eSIM, so I don't even think you get that anyway. But let's take the paper off, shall we? Let's take the paper off and have a look as I rip it. Throw it to the side. And of course, the most significant change, besides it being USB-C, I think the old iPad Air from 2 years ago is USB-C, so I don't think that's much of a change. Obviously, it is for her because that's Lightning. Is the fact that the camera is now in the middle. Everyone uses their iPad more or less as a landscape device, and Apple have finally got around to making it a landscape device by default. Camera's there in the middle, and it's got a very strong structural in the middle. You can still got the there. I think this is Touch ID, but I can't remember. Got 2 volume buttons. Got microphones on the bottom there. Have we got any other mics? Microphones on the side. It's got 4 sets of mics. Got 2 drivers here, 2 drivers there. And yeah, it's a very nice looking design that I've now just put my fingerprints all over. Right then, I'll be back in just a moment with some more stats for your lovely faces. Hey guys, well, let's talk about the stats, shall we? Let's get both iPads here. So this, obviously, is the iPad Air 2024, and this is the original iPad Air. So the first difference is, well, this one's bigger than this one. This is a 9.6 diagonal iPad. This is a 10.9, obviously. It's touted at an 11-inch across, but it's actually 10.9. So it's a significant change, you know, big an inch across, which is probably like an inch all the way around, basically, which is why it's so much bigger. Obviously, no bezels, so you've got all the screen real estate to yourself. Another massive change is it's finally the landscape device it was always meant to be. It's no longer, well, portrait. So, well, how do you open it then? Well, I believe this device here, by the looks of the fact that thing is Touch ID. I don't think the iPad Air has Face ID like the iPad Pros do. I might be wrong on that one. Another massive difference is, well, this was Lightning. This is USB-C. So it charges a lot faster. And speaking of battery life, since it is rather important, you know, you've got a whole screen to power 24 hours a day for most people who use their iPads. It's got a 7606 megawatt amp, you know, hour per hour battery compared to this, which actually had more. This is an 8,000. I think it's 8,300 or something. Now, don't let that fool you though. This was running an A7 Bionic chip back in the day when Apple wasn't doing anything fancy like M series chips. This is using an M2 and it's got significantly more RAM. This has got 8 gig of RAM. I believe this only had 1 gig of RAM. Yes, oh my god, cue the screams for anyone who likes, you know, doing anything for long periods of time. This device has long since passed its expiry date. The fact that my girlfriend still has it is beyond my understanding. Now, she's the camera woman, so she can't move and say anything right now. So that's why I'm able to say this so freely. But yeah, this will outlast this. It might have a bigger battery, but don't let that fool you. It will significantly outlast it doing anything. Even just sitting there doing nothing, just with the screen on, it will outlast it by a country mile. Another important thing, of course, is the front and back facing cameras. Now, Apple have finally got around to us who see idiots, you know, like this. You know, those people you'll see at Disney parks with an iPad filming shit. Please, do not take your iPad out in public and film shit with the rear camera. It's a terrible idea and you look stupid. This had a 5 megapixel camera on the back and a 1.2 megapixel camera on the front, front here. Apple have changed that. They've changed their philosophy a bit. So it's a 12 megawatt pixel camera on the back and on the front. So you can see that Apple have finally got around to realizing that this device is mainly used inside. And if you're using the camera, you're going to be using it for FaceTime. But of course, with AI and, you know, virtual reality or augmented reality that Apple are getting into, they've made sure to keep some love for the rear camera. It's 12 megapixel camera, so it can still do some of the AI stuff like show you a new Amazon product in your room and how it'll fit into your room, or, you know, help you maybe record some spatial stuff. So it's still decent on the back, but obviously the front has taken the forefront of that and it's very good. It can do 4K video. FaceTime will look amazing on it. And it's all around a very good camera on the front, and it's finally in the right place, like I said. Right smack in the middle of the device, no longer to the left or the right. Other than that, storage options. This, I think the max storage option at the time you could get was 32 gig, not even 64. This doesn't even start at 64 gig. It starts at 128 gig, thank God. So this is the base model, 11 inch, 128 gig, nothing more than that. And for most people using an iPad Air, I would say you don't really need to even go to 256 unless you're wanting to store all the pictures that you've taken on your iPhone on the iPad uptime. Or you use your iPad for a whole heap of games and stuff like that. Maybe you might want to jump up to the 256 option. Like I said, it comes with the M2 chip, but it is the base model M2 chip. It's not the M2 chip you could get in the iPad Pro previously. So the previous iPad Pro, 2022 iPad Pro, depending on what size you got a different M2 chip. I think this is the lower end M2 chip that is in this, but don't let that fool you either. It is still a workhorse. 8 gig of RAM is more than enough. This iPad should last you several years. I'd say you could probably get away with running this iPad its full length for 5 or 6 years. Maybe even more if you don't care. Don't recommend it though. Do update when security stop getting updates for you. When this stop doing iPadOS, do update your iPad. Speaking of iPadOS, I suppose the most significant thing as well about this is that it stopped being updated after iPadOS 12.7 or 12.5. Basically, it never got to 13. Obviously, this will be the latest one, and come Dub or WDC, for those who don't know what that is, Apple's software event of the year, every year, it will get the new iPadOS. And of course, that'll be all the AI features that you may want to know about the back camera for. But all around, this device is wonderful. It starts at a great price. The fact that you can get two options to know, this is the 11-inch version, but you can get a 13-inch version, which is the same as the bigger iPad Pro. And obviously you can get all the storage options. You can get up to, I want to say you can get up to 2 terabytes of storage in this. Obviously you can't upgrade your storage. Once you bought it, you've bought what you've bought, but when you buy from Apple, you can get up to 2 terabytes of storage in it. 8 gig of RAM, regardless of storage size, unlike the iPad Pro, which changes RAM depending on what storage size you're getting. You know, you've got a good camera on the front and the back. Of course, it charges pretty well as well. So all around, you've got fast charging, camera in the best place. It's thinner, lighter than this. It's actually, even though it's larger than this, it's lighter. So that's another thing you want to consider as well. All around, it's a great iPad. I would recommend this iPad Air for anyone who's getting a new iPad. Anyone who wants an iPad, get the iPad Air. And if you don't want a huge one, get the iPad Air 11-inch, and you will be a happy person. You don't need to upgrade the storage. You don't need to do anything like that. This is the iPad for you. Obviously, if you want to do anything more than just have a Netflix streaming machine that looks nice, feels nice, and is from the Apple ecosystem, then of course, that's when you started to thinking about getting an iPad Pro. Other than that, it does run with the Apple Pencil Pro, the new one that was released for the new iPad Pro. So that's a significant boost. It doesn't, however, of course, it can't be used with the new Apple keyboard, Magic Keyboard. You can use it with the old Apple Magic Keyboard. So they're still selling those. You can use it with that. So you can still get a nice keyboard, which will obviously double as a case for those of you who don't want to buy a separate case or don't know which case to buy. So all around, I'd say this is a nice refresh. It's nothing amazing, nothing groundbreaking. Can't say 10 out of 10 amazing, well done job from Apple. But it's a good refresh for all iPad fans, and especially those who like the iPad Air. Well guys, it's the end of the video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that bell notification to get everything here on Simple Vlogs. And of course, check out the wonderful links in the description as usual for TikTok, Instagram and Twitter. Also simpsonplays.com. And of course, my Twitch, Plays 13 catch gameplay for Starfield and all other Xbox content live. Drop a follow there so I'm streaming what I'm streaming. Of course, don't forget to subscribe over there and on my YouTube channel Simpson Plays for the other live streams from the PlayStation 5, including Final Fantasy 7, most and foremost. I want to thank you for watching. Until we unbox more tech again in the future, I'm sure we will. I'm going to love you and leave you. Peace.